come and make my snowflake felt eyes. Okay, so everything that I am using will be linked in my description below, but we are going to be grabbing our thick felt, and we are also going to be grabbing our heat transfer, and we are going to be applying the two together, which when you see one side is shiny, one side is not, you want the shiny side facing down on top of the felt because that's the sticky side. That's what's going to adhere to the felt, and the non-shiny side is parchment paper essentially, so you're just going to peel that off when you're ready to apply to your plushie. So here I am just using my regular iron. I really cannot wait to get an actual Cricut one. I want a small handheld one, but the one that you have at home, like $11 at Walmart, works just fine. So I just go really lightly across, and once you kind of see like the color change, you're done. I don't know why I'm waving here because it is still pretty hot, so use like extreme caution when doing this. And I just cut the excess off. You can leave it on if you'd like, because I am just going to be throwing the rest of this inside of my cabinet for later, because you can make a lot of eyes with this. So now measure it out and then start cutting. I can make, with about the square that I'm cutting out, I can make 4 eyes, so 2 sets of eyes. I'm only going to make 1 for the video, but it is going to be about 2 inches by 2 inches is what I was going for. Obviously it's not exactly that, but that's okay. And then you want to have your heat vinyl transfer as well. I like to do it in white. You can pick any color you'd like to do. This is just what I have on hand, and you can tell that I don't open up the tube to unravel it. I just start chopping away. So if this bothers you, I apologize. I am going to just skip ahead so you don't have to watch it all, and put it back. And so now you have both your white piece and your black piece, and you are going to put it down on your mat. I like to put it wherever it's sticky. I have to wash the one side of my mat. As you can see, there's felt all over the side of it, and then I get it ready. And now we're going to start going into our Cricut design. So now I have what I want. I press make it, and I say put it on the mat. And then you go, and here will be able to move around wherever you want it to. So I'm moving it to where I placed my vinyl and my felt. So you can have it wherever you like. You can also hide objects if you don't want to do all of them right now. And you also can duplicate them, I believe, in this setting. Probably not. I don't think you can duplicate it in this setting, but you can hide them if needed. If you don't want to do like 2 sets of eyes, if you only want to do 1, which is pretty helpful. And once you have it where you want it, you are going to go up and press next. And here will give you an accessory to click on, and I type in the heat vinyl because I do 2 separate ones. So I first only do the heat vinyl one, so it lightly goes through the felt, and then it cuts completely in the white for the eyes. And then I go back and I do, like you just saw, I go back and I do more pressure and on heavy cardstock for the black of the eyes. So once everything is all cut out, you're gonna apply it together. So you don't actually have to have a Cricut for this. You can hand cut everything, and then you can still use the Cricut like vinyl and tools like that as well without an actual Cricut, because all it is just cutting. So if you just want to freehand things, that's totally fine. I did not notice here that I did not get all of the vinyl out between the cracks of my snowflake, so this snowflake isn't going to be completely perfect, which is fine. Accidents happen. It's just gonna go on one of my plushies I'm gonna give to my kids anyways. So this is pretty cool because I found out with the type of felt that I use and the heat vinyl transfer that is also in this video, I don't need parchment paper to lay on top of anything. I just stick it on there, and I can just put my hot tool, my iron, right on top of it. So again, with this part, be very careful. It gets hot really fast, but again, I am not putting a lot of pressure. I am just holding it down and quickly going over it. I'm not holding it in place or anything like that. And then after it cools down for a second, which is not very cool, I check to see if it is all the way adhered to the felt, and it was not. So I'm going to go over both of them again and keep doing this part over and over again until when I go to check it, it's no longer coming up. You also want to make sure you are slowly peeling back. That way, if something is going to come up, it's not going to be misplaced or anything like that. So do it on both sides. And then personally, I like to go around at the very end and spin the edges so it kind of lays a little bit more curved so the black's not showing, but you don't have to do that part. And pretty much after that, after I do my edges, which you will see here in just a second, you're all done. So when you are ready to apply it to your plushie, just peel off that little parchment paper on the back of it, stick it in the place that you'd like to stick it, make sure everything looks good, and either you can go on with your iron, or I personally started to do hot glue. I hot glue the back of it, so it's kind of like double sticky, and the hot glue will activate the heat transfer tape. So there's just more stickiness to it. Plus, that way, you ensure that you're not going to burn your plushie, because I've done that quite a few times. But here it is. This is what they look like. One of them, obviously, you can tell right here, I had a little bit of an oopsie, which is totally fine. But you guys can also find these soon in my Etsy shop. And right now, they are available only to Patreon members, but not my oopsies. They will be perfect, and you will see all of the pictures when they are up and ready. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe and comment what else you would like to see. And make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram and Patreon, and you guys will have more tutorials every single Friday.